That we can end a year of so much disruption, isolation, and upset by once again being in the company of each other is such a welcome, heartening, and gratifying moment. Welcome, then, to what is our first formal assembly in well over a year. And congratulations to our students, our class of 2021, on the accomplishments that bring each of you to this day. This past year, of course, has been one of great adversity for most of us, and each of us has faced different challenges as best we can. But there is unquestionably truth to the maxim that adversity can also bring out the best in us. We should recognize that alongside evident struggles, there have also been moments of triumph, joy, and success. I deeply respect what so many of you have had to overcome personally this year. I applaud the work that so many of you did to call upon Clark's commitment to social justice and the passion, energy, and sacrifice you tapped into to express and drive needed changes. I also applaud the efforts of so many students to stay positive and make the most of a situation that we all agree was different from what we would have hoped for you, especially for the end of your time here. The path to this day was not one any of us expected, and I want to pay special tribute to you for staying the course. When you began your Clark journey, you could not have imagined what your junior and senior years would entail. Your grace, resilience, and adaptability throughout has been remarkable. While I certainly would never have wished this experience on you, I do believe you may nevertheless extract from it a strength of spirit and resolve that is extraordinary and useful, and that may reinforce your own sense of what you are capable of overcoming. The fact that I will meet most of you for the first time when you come up to the platform today is a casualty of this past year of isolation. And I so wish that wasn't the case. But I want to assure you that in spite of that, you have never been out of mind for me. Everything I have done this year has been influenced by students, especially our seniors, you, who know Clark for the past few years better than I. I know we have not agreed on every issue, but that doesn't mean your views, your voice, your vision for a better Clark is unimportant to me. Quite the contrary, and I hope you will come to be proud of your alma mater for what we do in the years ahead. Commencements are about celebrating individual achievement, but as Chairman Gilman said moments ago, none of us does it alone. And so today is also a day to acknowledge and celebrate all those in your lives who have helped you, supported you, loved you, challenged you, and because of this, ultimately shaped you. Please do take the time today to think about and ideally to thank all the people outside of Clark who have also been a part of your education, as much so as our amazingly dedicated faculty of teacher scholars, your classmates and friends, and the many staff who do this work because they take pride in seeing you develop and flourish. Let me also welcome and congratulate the distinguished individuals that Clark recognizes and celebrates today with honorary degrees. We will formally introduce them later in the program, but they honor us with their presence today, 2 in person and 1 virtually. And in their own ways, they challenge convention to change our world for the better. In short, one has addressed the global challenge of climate change by seeking scientific truth. One has achieved economic equity, and one has fought for good government and been a selfless public servant. They are all 3 role models for the kind of impact we seek to promote here at Clark. And I know that you will likely go on to achieve the kind of impact that you will likely go on to achieve in your own future endeavors. In opening today's ceremony, I want to remind you of something you likely know already. Commencements are as much about beginnings as endings. The degree you receive today may represent the conclusion of a period of formal study, but your Clark education is simply the beginning, a gateway to a life of learning, and therefore education is an ongoing pursuit. To be sure, I hope you learned a lot at Clark. I trust in your time here, Clark nurtured your curiosity, ignited your imagination, challenged your assumptions, and helped you prepare for the uncertainty we all face in our lives. We tend to think about being educated as having what we need to know to make our way in the world. But the world changes, as do we. We saw that dramatically this past year. So being educated is really about knowing and navigating what we don't know and what we don't understand fully enough. It is about being equipped to handle things with which we don't have prior experience or knowledge. And this is why we think of our responsibility as educators to teach you how to think, not what to think. As you leave Clark or complete this phase of your time at Clark, I urge you to embrace opportunities to learn something new every day, and to do that by continuing to hone your questioning spirit. You came to Clark looking for answers about subjects that interest you, about yourself and about the world, and I hope you found some. But I hope even more that you leave Clark able to ask more different and better questions. Every opportunity to question, whatever the motivation, curiosity, confusion, uncertainty, defiance, is an opportunity to hear something you may not have heard before. This is, of course, why listening is as important as speaking. The give and take of questions and answers is fundamental to your ongoing education and can and will enrich your life at every stage and along any path. My greatest hope for you is that you truly relish the unfinished business of the project that is you, that you embrace the joy and discovery still ahead, and that you seize the opportunities to learn even more about the world, yourself, and what fulfills you. At the end of each day, ask yourself, in the quiet of your own counsel, what did I learn today? What did I learn today? And then do it again tomorrow and the next day. Thank you very much. Everyone, please join me in applauding Clark's remarkable class of 2021.